guys, so today I'm going to be talking about my favorite eyeshadow palettes of all time. And I'm so excited to be doing this video because on my channel, I usually talk about encouragement and faith and things like that. So this is my first beauty related one. And I'm going to get straight into it because I don't want to bore anyone. And I'm going to start with my favorite palette of all time. That is the Lorac Pro palette. And this was the first high-end palette I ever bought in my life, and literally it is everything. Now I want to show y'all what it looks like. And the color range is beautiful. There's shimmers and mattes, and the quality is incredible. I'm going to swatch some of these for y'all. Like for an everyday look, this palette is a dream. I just want to show y'all how buttery and shiny and pigmented this baby is. So I'm going with some of my favorite colors and just swatch them on my fingers so y'all see what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know if you can see that. They're so rich and creamy and buttery, and I freaking love it. So yeah, this is the palette that I usually go to when I just want a quick and easy look and I know everything's gonna blend like a dream. So that's my #1 palette all time. Moving on to my second palette. This is an oldie but a goodie. I know you guys have probably heard about this everywhere. This is the first naked palette that Urban Decay released, and I am in love with it. To be very honest, well, this is what it looks like. To be very honest, I did not like it at first. I loved the payoff it gave when you originally would make a look, but the reason I didn't like the palette originally was because I would put on the shadows and like 3 hours later, everything was just completely like off and not blended and creased, and I was just like, what's going on? Until I finally found the perfect primer, which actually I might as well just show y'all. Let me reach for it. Until I started using the e.l.f. $2 primer, I actually ended up loving the palette. I guess you just have to play around with different formulations, but it wasn't until I used the e.l.f. primer that I actually started loving this thing because my eyeshadow looks wouldn't crease anymore. And I just want to show y'all also how these like show up on camera. So I'm just gonna go in and show y'all some swatches of these. They're so gorgeous. They're really buttery too. Not as much as the Lorac ones, but dude, they intense. They gorgeous. They're so gorgeous. I love them. So yeah, that is the Naked 2 palette. Now my third favorite palette of all time has got to be the Carli palette from BH Cosmetics. Carli Bybel, she is a makeup guru here on YouTube. She is incredible. She is so gorgeous. Like if you've ever seen her, she's the most gorgeous girl, like I think, here on YouTube. And she came out with her own palette. You can't even read it anymore, but this is supposed to say Carli Bybel. And this is what the palette looks like. It's really used up, and actually this shadow broke, but the colors are perfect. So you get a lot of mattes and shimmers as well. That's something you can notice in all of these palettes. They all have mattes and shimmers. And what I really like about it is that you get 4 highlighters. Now highlighters I feel like are super expensive in like any store you go to, high-end or drugstore, and I'm so happy that my first experience with highlighters came from using this palette. So this retails for $14, something around there, on BH Cosmetics, or you can buy it at Ulta, and it's so beautiful. And I think it's really unique in that it has a lot of cranberry type darker shades. Like these 2 shades, I thought they were just browns, but when you really swatch them and see them on your eyes, they're very pinky cranberry colored, and I love them. Like this is my go-to look when I want like a pink, glittery, just gorgeous eye. And I'm gonna show y'all some swatches of these. Let me just wipe off my hand real quick so I give y'all true swatches. Okay, so I'm just gonna swatch this highlighter, the second color right here. What else? This dark matte. Let's see if the camera shows up. These are gorgeous. Like the colors are just so pigmented. Like you'll see that in all of these palettes, these neutral palettes. I love the pigmentation. They're just, I don't know, like why buy like chalky eyeshadow palettes when you're not gonna use them, Go for the best. And that's why I'm showing y'all my favorite palettes. Now my last final palette I wanna share with y'all today is the second BH Cosmetics one. And this is the 120 color palette eyeshadow. And okay, dude, you're gonna love this. Check it out. It has every color in the rainbow that you will ever need in your life. And that's not it. Check this out. Ah, You get two. You get two whole pans just full of colorful eyeshadows with great pigmentation. Now I will say this palette is like 4 years old, and I think they do have expiration dates of like 2 years, which is really nice that BH Cosmetics tells you. But even though it's been 4 years, the payoff is still great. I'm not gonna lie, I don't wanna like lie to you, but some of these colors can be very chalky and like whatever. But for the price that you paid, I think I paid like $15, if not less, a long time ago. For the price you pay and the amount of colors that actually do show up, this palette is worth buying. So I just want to like swatch some of these. Hopefully I pick the good ones. I'm gonna swatch hard, so you know. Usually whenever you use these type of colors, you want to use Fix Plus, wet your brush, you know, so it's like a real, what do you call it? So you get a real idea of how it's gonna look like when it's super pigmented. So these are just like very few swatches. They're super colorful, and I just think this palette is incredible because you can create so many looks, especially in the summer, like to match any outfit you have. I've been using this like crazy right now in the summer, and I'm just in love. And for now, those are the only palettes I wanted to share with y'all. The other palettes I've had, they've been okay, but these are my favorite. And honestly, the price range on the BH ones are super affordable. So if you want an affordable, great quality product, I recommend you go check out BH Cosmetics online store. And if you do have a little more money to invest, of every palette I've ever swatched in store and anywhere and heard of, the Lorac Pro palette like takes them all. It just wins. This is like a win-win. This is my baby. This is my boo. So yeah, I love you guys, and I really hope I can start making more videos like this. And let me know if you like them. Leave some comments below on videos you'd like to see. And yeah, it was great talking to you.